All right, hello everybody. My name is victorycannon, and I'm running Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Dark Story new game for you today, which basically just means we're running Dark Story from a fresh file. File limit reached. Well, let me just delete though here really quick, and we'll get into it. It's a fun category and pretty accessible. Anyone can literally just jump into it. And me personally, having run a fair bit of Hero and Dark, I find Dark is actually a little bit more fun. Everyone kind of harps on the fact that there's fewer speed stages, but I'll go ahead and say the few stages we do have with Shadow are tops. So without further ado, I guess we'll get into it. So I'll count it down here in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. So we're going to be starting off here with Iron Gate. Hero starts off with Sonic, where Dark starts off with Eggman, actually. And so the main thing we're going to be trying to do with Eggman is preserve our momentum. So if Eggman or Tails, either of the mech walkers, take a turn too harshly, then they immediately lose all of their speed. So the things we're going to do to kind of subvert that are taking turns wide and jumping if we really need to make a sharp turn. And now we play the waiting game. This is one of those moments where playing in New Game Plus is really fun because you can use the jet boots to hover down to the door and skip this waiting. But for New Game, we just have to listen to the music, to the banger music. So true, Kyoki. Every track is a banger in its own right in this game, top to bottom. So yeah, now you're just gonna see me doing more of what I discussed, trying to optimize turns and trying to keep Eggman's momentum up. Iron Gate, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really tricky about it. In later stages, we're gonna be really focused on hitting certain cycles and dealing with certain obstacles. But for Iron Gate, it's pretty straightforward, not too hard to deal with. So we're just gonna sit here and do our victory spins. Yosh! We're gonna hear that one a lot. Now, normally the game really wants you to focus on... I took that way too early because I'm a dingus. Alright, that's fine. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, that's fine. What was I saying? The game really wants you to focus on score and getting as many enemy destruction chains as you can. But in the speedrun, it doesn't really matter for us too much. So my plan there was, by the way, the reason I just yeeted myself to my death was I was trying to gain a little bit of time by jumping off of the platform, waiting for the bridge to extend, but I went a little early. You know, it happens. You try to save half a second, you'll lose 30, but that's all right. We have more than enough time to make up for that later with Shadow and Rouge, because I'll tell you right now, the moment, or I guess the segments where we're really going to have time save or time lost besides that, if I do anything dumb, it's going to be Rouge. RNG is not our friend in this game, but there we go. Iron Gate done. Not a big deal. If I hadn't thrown at the bottom of that elevator, it would have been pretty good. But that's all right. Now we're going to move on to our very first boss, Hotshot. Now, Hotshot's normally just kind of a worse version of Bigfoot, but check this out. We're going to bop him once. Bop him twice. Bop him 3 times, and you guessed it. Bop him a 4th time, and he's done. So because the first thing Hotshot tries to do is take off, if you just spin dash out of the gate, you can jump up, hit him, which will reset his ground animation, and you can just loop him from there. It's fantastic. So our first outing is Shadow, and it barely lasts 20 seconds, but what can you do? A lot of square faces. Okay. Now we're into the RNG that is Rouge. So thought I heard a radar ping. Would have blown my mind. Now, this is where the RNG is going to make or break us. I think I know where we're going. And essentially what it comes down to for Rouge and Knuckles is memorizing a lot of things. Yep, there it is. Cool. So there are, not kidding, hundreds of piece variations in this game for each stage. So the idea is to try and memorize as many of them as you can so that when certain pieces come up, you have a good idea of which one it's going to be. So Protector of the Jar. It's this way, okay. I'm like, there's two ways it could be. And here we go. All right, last one. Moving between big and small pillars. I actually know that one. I had to tell a friend of mine which piece that was pretty recently, so I think I actually know that one. I don't know if we'll lose a little bit of time, but it's not a big deal. It's on the ground here somewhere. There it is. All right. Gotcha. Okay, not the worst Dry Lagoon. Could definitely have been a lot meaner than it was. Oh, thank you, Tempest.
Perfect.
So there are some pieces in Dry Lagoon that can force you to go to the underground jail where the turtle goes, and the turtle is the only way to get there. And at that point, it's just kind of... That's usually where I reset, honestly. If I get a turtle piece, I'm like, well, it's back to Iron Gate. But thankfully, no such trouble today. Now, I think my favorite Eggman level, Sand Ocean. It is also one that is heavily based in cycles, and is probably one of the scariest stages to do well, just because any slip up means you're going into the sand and instant death, which is, I'll be honest, terrifying. But the music is such a bop, and the movement is really fun, so I can't help but love it. It's a fun stage. I'm debating on whether to go for some stuff later in the level. I'm thinking probably not, since I did scuff Iron Gate. We might just want to play this one a little vanilla. But yeah, same thing with Eggman. We're just trying to take turns as smoothly as we can, trying to make cycles early where we can. Like, I think I'm going to be able to skip a little one right here. Yeah. Well, I might make that. Okay. And higher level runners than I will even opt to reset the stage, because the cycles are random when you first load in the level, but if you reset, they all become normalized. They become predictable. So then you can base your movement around the cycles and try to make it faster rather than waiting on them at any point. It's pretty hard. Pretty tough to do. Yeah, see, normally we could do a jump to the right here, but if I miss it, I die. So I'd rather not. It is a good time save, and it's cool to see. But don't worry, I'm not gonna skip all the cool things. There are plenty of pretty awesome skips in Dark Story, and I'm looking forward to getting to them. Eggman in particular has one. I guess it's not really all that cool. It's mostly just a lot of, well, you'll see. I'm not gonna spoil it. But yeah, so I made this just a little late to catch this cycle. I might have been able to make that jump, but I would rather not risk it. This, however, there we go. Yeah, trying to skip those at any point that we can is very important. But we're coming up on the end here soon, so we just got a good jump. Let me see if I can do the cool jump. Yes, we did the cool jump. All right, you love to see it. Because now we're gonna get hit by a pillar. Ow, but that hits us up, and we can take the next pillar up. And so now we just saved a bunch of time. Instead of going back and forth, we just make our way to the end game. And there we go. Not a bad Sand Ocean. And now we get to my favorite stage. Actually, I don't know if it's my favorite stage. One of my favorite stages. All 4 of Shadows. Well, 3 of Shadows, and then there's Final Chase. But 3 of Shadow stages are all a blast. And here's the first one. Radical Highway. It's iconic, you know it, you love it. We're gonna be skipping around a little bit of it. Not too much. We're here to jam. We're here to be radical. Whoa. Got some air on that. There we go. Alright, so here comes the first major skip. Alright, and you'll notice... Oh, I hope I have enough air for that. I should. Yeah, we got it. Cool. So you'll notice Shadow went underneath the spinning cylinder there. That's because if you hit B early enough, Shadow will actually take on the hitbox for his somersault, which means you can just slide under those cylinders. And we're gonna do a quick wall clip right there. Just casually go inside a steel box, no big deal. All right, now this one, if I don't mess it up, is really cool. We're gonna come down here. It's a little early. Oh, we made it, just barely. I'll take it. Now, normally you could just kind of move smoothly onto that spring, but we didn't die, and I didn't miss it, so I'll take it. All right, 2 for 1. Let's go. Yeah, see, normally if you don't do it right, that's what happens. You don't get the crouch collision, and you hit the cylinder. But let's see if I can demonstrate again here really quick, and shoot. Yeah, there we go. Through and through. Now, fun fact, once you hit the spring, if you just mash A, if you just mash the jump button, you'll get those jumps every time. Try it at home. I think that hasn't worked for me once in my entire time playing this game. Just mash A, you're gonna make it every time. But we're almost here at the end of Radical Highway. No major malfunctions, no deaths. I'll take it. Let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right. Got some fantastic shadow action going on. And now we're back to Rouge. Now we're back out of the speed. Such a good stage. Radical's so fun. I think White Jungle takes first place for me for shadow stages, but Radical's right behind it.
Located Eggman's base and we'll proceed to enter it now.
All right, so more Rouge RNG, and I think my second most problematic stage, because the RNG for Headquarters and later Mat Space will prove to be an issue. Wings but can't fly. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on, that's right. Aha, gotcha. I was like, I feel like it is close. Camera, help me out here. I can't see. Okay, that's one. So now that we're here, we're gonna go ahead and grab the pick nails. That way we can interact with destroyable steel boxes now. Or no, wait, sorry, we can dig now. I'm a fool. So if you, like me, didn't understand how this guy works, all you have to do to dodge him is fly into any shadow around the area, and he will leave you alone. But that's what you gotta do. Snake altar. Okay, cool. All right, we gotta head all the way back. Yeah, see, just dip through. Oh, wait. Oh, it. Snake altar? Are you down here on the ground? Oh, I think I just saw it. Is it spinning, or am I a doof? It's probably in the snake altar. Ow. Oh. It's specifically going off like right there. Oh, it's you, isn't it? I've never had it in that monkey before. That's a new one. Okay. Skulls facing each other. All right, that one should be pretty... Oh, let me hit a shadow. That monkey's a new one. And see, that's the thing. Because there are so many different piece combinations, if you don't memorize them, then there's... I mean, I should say, it is difficult to memorize all of them. And eventually you're going to find one that you haven't seen before, like that. All right, skulls facing each other. If I remember correctly, should be right here. Oh, it's on this side. There we go. There it is. Okay, so not my best egg quarters, but I don't think it's my worst either, so we'll take that. The music, Rouge's music is so good. I've always been partial to the rock themes of Sonic and Shadow, but I got to admit, Rouge does bring some bangers to the party. All right, now we are onto Lost Colony. So Eggman's second stage is kind of like second verse, same as the first. It's mostly just focusing on keeping movement smooth and trying to keep enemies out of your way, enemies and obstacles. But this is also the stage where we get a very important piece of movement tech. First, we're just going to skip that, fall all the way down. So I mentioned in Iron Gate that we could do some fun stuff if only we had the jet booster. Well, that's about to change. However, it's not going to help us go down so much as it is up. Oh, yeah. I hate that one switch. I don't know why it tries to evade me at every turn. It just doesn't like me, nor do I like it. Oh, and there you got a pretty good example of like what losing momentum with a mech walker looks like. Like take a turn a little too sharply and suddenly you are going the wrong way. Or really, you're not going anywhere. Oh, I always hit that Chow key by mistake. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go up, pause, unpause, hover. All right, so pause hovering is how we get better air out of mech characters. By hovering on the earliest possible frame after a jump, you allow the mechs to... okay, I'm hitting too many buttons. Walk and talk, Victory, walk and talk. By hovering on the earliest possible frame after a jump, you get more height, which is very useful and can allow you to circumvent areas of the stage that the devs definitely did not want you to. We're gonna see a lot of that in Weapons Bed, which conveniently is my least favorite stage. I'm not looking forward to that one, but you know what? It is what it is. So, but it's okay. It's next. I've come to terms with it, and we'll be okay. Now, if we don't, we've already seen our good friend Big once today. Actually, we saw him in this level earlier. I didn't realize, but he's hanging out around here somewhere. There he is. There's Big the cat. Look at him. He's up there in the top left. There he is. There he goes. Okay, goodbye. Thanks for hanging out, Big. Side note, if you've ever played this game with crowd control, they just added a new effect that lets you spawn in a Big the cat like statue, I guess. And it's a funny way to stop your movement and get in your way. It's kind of great. All right. Ooh. Don't often get to just run clean through that. Yeet. There we go. Cool. Not bad. There we go. So now we're through Space Colony, Lost Colony. It is a space colony. And on to Weapons Bed. Like I said, I'm not looking forward to this, but I'm going to try not to mess it up. There's a lot of cool movement. There's a lot of really fun things that you can do, but it's also very easy to die. So if I get a little quiet, it's because I am trying to not beef it horribly. So that was actually pretty smooth. You're going to see a lot of pause hovers here. And I scuffed that last one, so unfortunately we're not doing that fun stuff. There we go. So normally, you'll notice we're kind of going around all of these steel boxes. But it's like, aren't we supposed to be able to shoot through those? Well, yes. But because we can pause hover, we actually skip the upgrade that allows you to destroy the steel boxes. We skip the Vulcan cannon. So that means we have to find a way to avoid the boxes at any cost. Thankfully, it's not hard, and no stage really requires you to have it. So we just take ample advantage of it. Ooh, it's a good one. Ah. Even when I get a pause hover, it feels really close sometimes. Yeah, see, there's an example of one not quite getting the height that we need, but that's okay. Easy peasy. Okay. Whew. I will say, for as much headache as it has caused me, Weapons Bed is a thankfully short stage. Oh, see. Now we get to where the pause hover doesn't want to work because that ledge is kind of a butt. There we go. All right, our last little jaunt here is going to be pretty straightforward. Should just swing around, hit this ledge, and bam, we're on to the end. Instead of going all the way around and doing all kinds of shenanigans, why didn't you die? Anyway. Woo! But we're clear. A weapons bed with no deaths is a good weapons bed to me. I'll take it. It's okay if you beef it. I need food anyway. Sorry. Sorry, Kyuki. I did not beef it. But there is still time for food. Because next we have Tails, which is pretty much mash the fire button. So Tails is gonna just kind of sit there and let us wail on him. Likewise, we're gonna get wailed on a bit, but it still works out in our favor. In Eggman fashion, get a load of this. And then he did.
I'm in position, Doctor. Tell me when.
Never heard this song here. Oh, the one that was playing during the Eggman and Tails fight, or Security Hall?
5 minutes should be plenty.
Is this because I've only played Battle? Oh no. So fun fact, I've actually altered some of the music tracks in this version. So in the PC version, which I'm playing, you can change out music tracks. Oh, two containers facing each other. Over here? Oh, it's up, huh? Well, I thought it would be right there. All right. I thought I had the measure of that one. Clearly, I did not. You can change the tracks in the PC version, and I have because I felt like it mostly. All right, not too bad. A little slow getting there, but not bad. The letter L. What? That's a new one. Hang on, let me take another hint. Blue floor? Oh. So it is on the blue floor. Oh, letter L. Nice. All right. Easy peasy.
Only one more left.
And so the track that I actually used for the shows up once in a while. What does that mean? All right, interesting. See, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know what that means at all. Shows up once in a while. Well, we haven't gotten a high piece yet, so I feel like that's a given. But the song that was playing for Tails and Eggman and plays for every like rival boss fight is just the instrumental of Eggman's boss theme for this game of EGGMAN. Shows up once in a while. Oh, there it is.
It's gotta be close.
Come out. There we go. Okay, we got it. Not bad. L taken. No, I had to take it though. I had no choice. That's fair. We made it. Pretty decent security hall. And now we get yet another boss fight. Short stage. Easy. It's funny because as a kid, playing casually, Security Hall was, I think, my least favorite stage because it's got a time limit on it. And I was bad at hunting stages. But now that I'm, you know, a speedrunner or something resembling one, this camera though, thank you. Security Hall is the least of my worries, honestly. Ah, you suck. I really dislike this boss. There's a really cool quick kill that you can do, or not quick kill, but like way that you can manipulate this boss. And I need to learn how to do it because it would save me a lot of headache if I did. You can kind of get him locked into a corner and just kind of hit him a bajillion times. Not like that. That was not what I was trying to illustrate, but that's fine. He's dead regardless. Style on him. Let's go.
Not bad, huh? I'm pretty strong, all right.
All right, and now we get back to Shadow. White Jungle. Oh, White Jungle's gonna be fun. So speaking of stages that I've changed the music for, this is another one. Ah! Okay, it's fine. I got a little carried away with myself there, but that's all right. I didn't die. It's all good. But shout out to Eggman's Facility from Sonic Forces. That is this remix. I didn't expect there to be such a banger, you know, to come out of that game. Forces does have good music. Let me be clear. But like, I just didn't expect something this good to come out of it. My movement's a little rough so far, but that's all right. So, we've skipped one upgrade already. We skipped Eggman's Vulcan Cannon. Would you believe that we can actually skip yet another one? It's coming up here pretty soon. And to those of you who enjoy the Lightspeed Dash, I apologize. Ah, I almost got the wall run. You can save a little time there by running up the wall, but you gotta have more speed and a better angle than I had there. Pardon the flashing lights, shadows, just raving. All right. No way. I can't believe it. It's true. So normally we'd have to drop down here to get the Lightspeed Dash, but if you just jump real good, it doesn't matter. Well, that's fine. We'll just take the loop. You can skip this loop, and I'd fully intended to, but stopping after that jump is kind of hard, so that's all right. No Lightspeed Dash. We're out of there. Let me see if I can do this pretty well. Nope. Ow. I need more speed than that. There we go. And unfortunately, we are coming up on the end, so thanks, White Jungle. We hardly knew you.
That wasn't so hard.
That wasn't so hard. Nah, White Jungle's more challenging, I'd say, than the next stage, Radical, or Skyrail. Probably about the same level of challenges, Radical. Ah. Y'all know it. You all know. Love it. I found you. Faker. Faker. I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ah. You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words. God. Iconic. You'll love to see it. Alright, so Sonic's going to be pretty easy to bop. We're just going to run into him. We just, you know, walk up on him really quick. And I'll explain here in a second. So remember that trick I was talking about? If you press the B button and start holding for a spin dash, the character automatically takes on the somersault hitbox. And that means you can just walk into Sonic or Shadow if you're doing that fight and just hurt them. It's great. But anyway, we're driving. Now normally we don't get quite as much of a jam here, but it's time for some supersonic racing. Oh man. So just sit back, relax as we make our way through the somehow floating cityscape of Route 280. I guess I will address, yeah, I am swerving around a lot. That's because while Rouge and while any other driving character is drifting or in this drift state, you can actually go faster. Like the speed cap that you would normally have is removed, so you can actually reach a greater top speed than you normally would. It can be a little tricky to control, but it's really fun. Whoa, okay. Yeah, some of those turns will be a little tricksy. And Rouge's driving stage is a lot meaner than Tails because there are segments where there are no walls. There's one now. So we're gonna have to recover speed here. That's fine. All right, and the only other thing I think to note here is there are no checkpoints in this level. So taking a death or falling off the stage means you go all the way back to the beginning. So it is crucial that you do not die. So even if I like slow down a little bit to make sure I make a curve like that, I think it's worth it because the alternative is death or losing an unreasonable amount of time. Like if you spin out, you are immediately just kind of in a bad situation. All right, we're fine. Could use a few more rings before the end, but I think we're okay. The only other thing we really want to make sure of is that we have enough. We have one boost before the end of this level. Yes, okay. And I'll explain why when we get there here in a second. Here it is. It's coming up on us now. All right. So on this straightaway, because, you know, we have this boost or this drift state, if we boost while in drift, we immediately hit top speed. And so long as we keep drifting, we'll stay at top speed indefinitely, which means we'll reach tails pretty quickly. All right. Easy peasy. That was actually a pretty solid Route 280. I'm happy with that. All right. And faster than you'd imagine, we're back to Shadow. Minigame, kart racing with 3 courses is now available. Sonic Racing. Who could imagine? Anyway, Skyrail. Skyrail's short but sweet. We're gonna do some cool stuff.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
I'm in pursuit. We're gonna go real fast, Shadow. So first off, we're gonna fling ourselves off of this rail, but we're not gonna jump. Not gonna do the jump that the game wants you to do, because if we come over here, hit this spring, we go up a lot faster. I'm gonna take a jump over there. You can jump it right up here, but I missed it, so that's fine. And then we're gonna wait for the left. Whoop. That whole island over there, we're just not gonna worry about it. We're gonna jump from Pumpkin Mountain to Pumpkin Mountain. I'm gonna get my camera to cooperate. Ah, it's fine. Couldn't go perfectly. All right. And we're through the worst of it pretty much. So ideally you wouldn't have to take that multi-spring up, but you know, you can't win them all. And then we're gonna hop over here. Oh, Shadow, Shadow, Shadow. Go up. Woo! All right. And faster. If I'd done it better, could have beat a minute, but that's okay. Minute 04, I'll take it. Pretty decent Skyrail. Yeah, it's really short because you skip so much of the intended platforming just by making that jump early in the stage. By jumping off of that rail and going pumpkin to pumpkin, you skip so much. But it's really cool that you can. All right. And now we're on to Egg Golem. We're gonna hop over here, we're gonna take a beat, and we're gonna shoot our son in the chest. Egg Golem's like, Father, why? Why do you shoot me in the chest? Unfortunately to this we say, die. I would say die if I could target him. There we go. All right, now I say die. Yeah, so if you just juke to the right pretty early, you can hammer Golem with enough blows to open up all 3 of his hatches and just kill him. It's so easy. Why that became an Eggman boss, I don't know. All right, time for my least favorite stage for Rouge. It's hot inside. Okay, so Mad Space. Either the hints will be backwards or they will be lying to you. They will be opposites. In this case, I don't know what it's hot inside means, so a flat place. Okay, so it's gonna be a round place. So it's probably the next big island. So not that green one over there. It's probably that crater looking one above us. Now, like I said, there are a lot of hints to memorize in this game, and I definitely haven't, but I've also gravity shenanigans, you know, because those always go well. Got it. All right. Wrong light. I don't know what that means. I'm going to take another hint. Please. I want to watch TV. There we go. A flat place. Okay, cool. This doesn't help me. Well, let me get out of here. I guess we'll go and check. Wrong light. Okay, wait a minute. That's this one, right? No, that's that one down there. Okay, got it. So wrong light means it's probably on this one. If it's on a round place, I don't know what wrong light means. It probably has to do with one of these. It's a different color. The problem is moving on this gravitoid, this planetoid, kind of sucks. Wow, and by kind of sucks, I mean really sucks. I can't break out of it. Oh. Wrong light. Hang on. Oh, it's the blue one, probably. Ah, there it goes. Okay, cool. Okay. And last but not least, where all of the lights gather. Okay, I believe this is... Oh, actually, I think I do know this one. It's up. Okay. So there is a platform above where there are 3 different colored lights, and we just got to go up here to catch it. Now, there is, I think, one of them below as well, so I'm hoping it's not that one, but it could be that one. Far away from an inverted tower. Nope, it's up. Cool. All right, so I was right. It is up here. Any day now, I really hope that I called this right. It did say far away from an inverted tower, which means it should be close to this inverted tower. But I don't know. This one's lied to me before. There we go. Here we go. But where? Which one is it? In the moon? Oh, in the star. There we go. What? What do you... Wait. Oh, you want me to go in on the side? All right. And see, sometimes they're obtuse like that. That's the other thing I dislike about Mad Space, because sometimes it's just like, oh, I think it said below. Oh, listen, I don't read. I don't always read. Maybe it did. I didn't see that part. But anyway, that's fine. We made it. That's just rude. I'm sorry, gang. Listen, I'm going too fast. I ain't got time to read. Oh, but you know what going fast is going to get us? A quick kick in the head for an echidna. This one's real fun. So we're going to fly towards him, drill dive, and then do it again. Blink and you'll miss it. All right, victory screech. There he goes. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. I blinked. Well, shame. Shame that. All right, cosmic wall. Oh no. Cosmic wall. So this is where the booster is actually our greatest weapon. So in Cosmic Wall, the booster actually, the booster engine, works differently than it does in any other stage. And so what it does is, the first time that you hover in the air, essentially gravity is reversed for Eggman. Like, you'd think it would apply an upward force to him for a certain amount of time. I don't think so, because I think it's just literally sending him floating up. Let me see if I can get that. Cool. Sideways jump. Love it. I'm not actually sure if that's correct, but I might, I don't know. I won't pretend to know from here on out. But either way, Eggman will consistently fly upward. And so we're going to use that. I'll explain more here in a second. So the thing is, it's the amount of time Eggman can hover here. Uh-oh. Is not based on how long you're hovering, but how far up you've gone. Shoot. Okay, there's a death plane there that I hit, which is unfortunate because I thought I had that. So essentially, if Eggman hits a ceiling and he doesn't go up, He can hover forever. I need more speed than that. Let me reset. Yosh. Act. Oh, it was close, but we got it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna make sure I line this up first. There we go. So we want to head towards that one first. Then we'll curve around. Oh, that's probably bad again, but we'll see. Dang it. Yeah, I'm hitting the death plane. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy reset, but it is a little bit tricky. I'm trying to use the visual cues to make that one work, but I'm not quite getting it because I want to. All right, so I want to line myself up there. So we go that way. There we go. We make sure we do that. Swing around. Am I going too far? I might be going too far. I don't know. I really hope I don't die here. I need to save those deaths for final chase. I haven't scuffed this much in a while. That's all right. What? Oh. Yeah, so it is right there. Whoopsies. All right. This one, for sure. No, it's all right. We had to have one meltdown. If this is it, I'll take it. I can get past this, and it's gonna be worth it. I promise. All right, so let me go up and over. All right, so let me just squeak over here. All right, we're through. I was just going too far. That's fine. So then the building's gonna pop in front of us. We're gonna go this way. And now we're just gonna fly for a little while. So essentially, we've broken out of bounds, and we are going to be flying to the very end of the stage. So welcome to Eggman's great space adventure, where we hold forward on the analog stick for 3 minutes. We're gonna be here for a while. Are we there yet? No, not yet. And then after a little while, I'm gonna tweak just a little bit that way, which is gonna carry us pretty much towards the goal. This is where the 4th Chaos Emerald is. Yes, that's why Shadow couldn't find it. Shadow will never find the 4th Chaos Emerald. I've hidden it in space, in the middle of nowhere. And then Shadow somehow managed to find it. But yeah, so there's nothing more to explain here. We just kind of float for a bit. It is one of the easiest, really, like, I made it look way harder than it is, but as long as you don't, accidentally scooch an inch too far left or right, like, you will dodge those kill planes, no problem. And now we see the bridge, where normally Eggman would be locked onto a moving platform running from a drill. That platform, that tube, is right above us. So we're just gonna cruise on down underneath it. My splits became the darkness. Oh no! Oh, they're green. That's why. They're darker because they're green. So the key is actually getting rid of them. Sorry to ruin the immersion, but also yes, they're dark. Now they're not. Oh no! No, they're red now. Oh dang. Good thing we're in the part of space with lots of air. Yup. You better believe it. That's all right. That one took a little while. But that's all right, because now we just fly on over to the end. So there's the goal ring right over yonder. Imagine dying here. Couldn't be me. Anyway, there we go. It's not his fault all his adversaries keep breaking the laws of physics. It's true. Listen, if Sonic doesn't need to breathe in space, neither does Eggman. It's just equality. All right, so now we have Tails 2. Now, Tails 2 is fun because there is a way to manipulate it, and I'll try and talk it through as I go. The long story short, he won't move until I fire. I miss. Okay, so what you want to do is hit Tails in such a way that you lure him to that corner, because there's a section of the map right over here where Oh, I got him. Woo! Okay. There's a section of the room where you can get him to stand still, and he will just continuously point away from you. But either way, we got through it. So now we're on to the final level. Yeah, that beam could have messed me up real bad real fast. But anyway, final chase. Oh, I have 1 life, man. Okay, normally there's a trick that you can do to skip a lot of this stage. Unfortunately, I'm not good at it, so we're not going to do that, but I am going to show off as many tricks as I can. I do know a fair few, so we are going to at least see most of Final Chase. So there is a trick there called Final Chase Fling that sends Shadow hurtling towards the end of the stage, kind of like Eggman's, only a lot faster. But Shadow still has the ability to kind of ignore a lot of the oh no! That's a problem. I caught the edge of the tube and then we fell. All right. And we're all the way back. Oh no. Oh, that's not great. All right, it's fine. I mean, we just don't do that again, right? Easy peasy. That's fine. Oops, yeah. So the problem is, by doing that first jump, we skip the first checkpoint as well. So if you die between here and the next one, it is hasta la vista, Shadow. That's all right. Thankfully, the next checkpoint is pretty soon after. So as long as I don't scuff it that bad again, which I don't think I should, I'll take it a little more carefully. So we're gonna go there, and then I'm gonna wait. Nope. Oh, where? Okay, Shadow. There we go. All you need is a homing attack and you can make this, but geez Louise, he was fighting me. I'm gonna get a few extra rings just because. If I can get an extra life any way possible, I'll take it. All right, but anyway, we're through that. Ooh, the problem is no lives means if I scuff this next trick, then I will be in big trouble, because the problem is with a lot of tricks in Final Chase, while they're cool, if you scuff them, you die. So big problems. What? I didn't even scuff a trick and we just missed. God. All right, well, I guess that's no longer an issue. All right, well, that's fine. All that means is we're going back in with full lives. I think I'm still good on estimate, so this should be fine. ×2, there you go. Yeah, if anyone was under or had any curiosity about which part of this game is harder, or at the very least my weak point, now you know. It's all right. But yeah, I will say the gravity tubes are the bane of my existence. Oh, there we go. Little past estimate. Oof. Well, glad I started early then. That's all right. We're not far off of it. As long as everything goes to plan, the rest of the run should be pretty chill. Because now we're pretty far in. And I won't say nothing else can go wrong, because that's certainly not true. But as long as I'm careful and I watch, you know, the gravity tubes and certain other things, there's no reason I should take a death. And maybe, just maybe, I can show off some cool stuff. I will do my best to at least make it entertaining. Because while we don't get Shadow's best trick, the Final Chase Fling, there's a couple of other ones. One's called Mini Skip, and the other one is called Tube Skip. And both of those, I think I can manage. Oh, there we go. All right. So first we're going to come up here. Just kind of... This is not one of them. That was just me doing a quick little bit of get out of here. There we go. We have no choice but to get rid of that bubble, so we're going to do that. Here we go. All right, we're coming up on trick number 1. After this checkpoint. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna do some skewed gravity shenanigans. If I can... Not quite that. There we go. There we go. That should be okay. I think I'm a little far left. Oh. Ah. It's all right. All right, we'll give it one more shot. Otherwise, I'll take this part vanilla. Because it can save a lot of time if I can get it. A lot of time on the stage I've already had, you know, died way too much on. That's fine. There we go. Okay. That looks, oh, that's much better. In terms of angle, a lot better. So we're gonna hold that skew. Then we break out of it. What? All right. I'll be honest. I thought I had that one. All right. Well, 2 lives. We move on. We move on. So long story short, if you got that, you would just move further ahead into the stage. But that's okay. Now I can show off the backup. Because there is a backup. So the backup is we're gonna come over here. Grab a life for the heck of it. Actually, not even for the heck of it. I need that. So I'm going to jump off that way. We're going to do a pause so that I can hover. And then we're going to skip over here. Grab this life. Because I still have one more trick to do. And we are getting close to it. All right, we are coming up to it. I just have to get through here. Interesting. That's a new one. All right, cool. So our last trick, tube skip, is just a really cool way to get past the very long vertical section that normally comes at the end of the stage. So we're gonna hop on this gravity tube. You can stand on this, which is what got me killed earlier. We're gonna get Shadow completely vertical. And we're gonna fire. And I went too early on the skew. It's all right. One more time, and then we'll do it vanilla. This one's really not that hard. It's just a matter of timing when you change your angle. So, there we go. And it is kind of scary. All right. I got the lives. I'll do it one last time. Darn you, death planes. Yeah. All right. Apologies for the many, many anguished hedgehog cries. Normally it doesn't go quite this badly, but I suppose it was bound to happen eventually. All right. Wow, I'm just not getting the skew. I don't know why. All right, well, we'll do it a different way then. That's fine. Because I don't want to beef it all the way here at the end of the level. So that's fine. So what we're going to do instead, I don't have any other skips. We're just going to do the level somewhat normally. I have no rings, which does make this kind of scary, so, but that's all right. So I will say, instead of taking the rocket and going all the way down, what I'm gonna do is yeet. Just launch Shadow. We'll go to resume. Oh, all right, and then we just go down from here. And bam, we're at the end. All right.
Here we go.
There's always a few rough ones. Final chase is tough, and there's a reason that people learned how to skip this entire stage, because it's a doozy, even if you do it like that. Even if you do the, I don't know what you would call that, I don't know how you do a glitchless route for Sonic, because it's kind of hard, but the closest thing you do to glitchless, if you don't just skip the whole stage, you have to deal with all of that. Now, thankfully, Sonic here, it should be pretty easy, because all we do is homing attack in rhythm. 1, 2, 3. If I can get the rhythm. Oh, bye, Sonic. All right. It's tough to get it there at the beginning, but once he shows back up, there we go. And he's done. And that's GG's. Bye, Sonic. All right. And that's it. That's time. Went over estimate. Apologies, everybody. But listen, Eggman's having a good time, and I think we should all celebrate with him. But yeah, so that was Sonic Adventure 2 Dark Story. Thank you all for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you to Amada and crew for having me as part of the marathon. I appreciate it. If you enjoy Sonic Adventure 2, please give it a shot. It is one of the most popular speed games out there, but it's popular for a reason. It's really fun. And if you find that Hero Story just isn't quite meshing with you, then Dark Story is definitely the way to go. So, thank you so much, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow for a 100% run of Mega Man X8 16-bit, the 16-bit demake, and that should also be a really fun time. So swing on by for more Derpathon with me tomorrow, and stay tuned right now for more cool stuff. I think that's all I've got. Take care, everybody.